Hey, what's up guys? This is Frost from Jewel Class bringing you another Town Hall 10 farming episode. So I actually got enough gold to upgrade 2 of my walls to level 9, and like I said last episode, I really want to get my inner layer to level 9 pretty soon, because that's really helpful against wall breakers in the higher up rating like Mattress Ones and Champ, and I actually got to upgrade my free spell to level 4. So other than that, I just want to fill my elixir storages one more time before I push, and then I'm actually going to start pushing, and I'll have a Push the Champ series. So let's get to some raids and hope I can get some good elixir and gold. So this was actually recorded while my elixir storages were full. So in this whole episode, I'll pretty much be focusing on gold. That's why I just wasted that lightning spell right there, just to make sure I got the gold. And this guy actually didn't have the best base set up. I don't know why he had a level 10 gold storage outside of his base. But I'm not complaining. Make the raid easier for me. It makes me happy. So right now, my troops are heading inside the base, and I actually have my heroes, so it really shouldn't be a problem. And the Archer Queen's just super powerful now. Like I've mentioned so many times before, her new power is really, really helpful. So right now I'm just spamming on my troops because there's not much splash damage, and I'm actually going to be able to use my heroes here in a second to help clean up the rest of the base. So during this episode, like I said, I'll be farming gold, and this is what I actually used to upgrade those 2 walls. So you'll just see what kind of rating it took to get those, and it's actually not that difficult to do. And I'm actually going to put in some balloons and minions raids into this one, so that'll be pretty cool for you guys to see how I use those. Because I'm probably going to use those once I get to the Masters 1 level or something like that, because Go Wee Wee's just so expensive to use. I'm probably going to have to end up using loons and minions every now and then, which I've gotten pretty good at from Clan Wars. So I actually should be pretty good at using that, and I can get some good. I can mix in some raids instead of doing the same raid over and over again when I'm trophy pushing. You guys should probably expect a new trophy pushing or the Push the Champ series probably within like 2 days. So yeah, that was a pretty solid raid. Got some nice gold. Let's go to the next one. So right here was 140k gold. I found it my first try, and even though I had loons, I didn't want to miss it because I'd probably end up spending gold unless I got lucky, spending a bunch of gold trying to get to it anyway. So I was seeing if there's any Clan Castle troops right there because archers can really mess up my loons, and Barb King can't really affect the loons. So right now I'm just gonna send them all in there, and it's a Town Hall 8, so I really shouldn't have to use any spells. So right now they're all going in, destroying the defenses. Soon I'm going to deploy my minions behind them, and I might put a heal spell down just to make sure a big group of them don't get wiped out by splash spells. Or not spells, sorry, towers. So yeah, it's a pretty easy raid. I was able to use that healing spell just because my elixir storages were completely full, and I actually had some in my mines that were just overfilling, so I needed to get rid of some of that elixir so I could get my mines and no one else can steal it. So yeah, if you have level 6 balloons and level 5 minions, or even like level 1 minions, just any minions at all really, you really shouldn't have a problem 3-starring Town Hall 8s. Like, I really had to put hardly any effort into this raid at all. It didn't really take much thought, just deployed my loons, minions, and heroes, and my heroes took almost no damage at all. I didn't even have to use their special abilities. I used my Barb Kings right here just so it speeds it up a little bit. And yeah, so that was a pretty solid raid. I didn't really get much elixir, but like I said, my elixir storages are full, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that was a solid raid, almost 150k gold. Let's go to the next one. So right here, I saw that it was all in the mines, and I actually didn't want to waste my loons on it, so I just started using my minions. And if I can actually get all this loot with just my minions, it'll actually turn out to be a really, really profitable raid because minions only cost 10 apiece, and I trained like 40 or something, a little bit less than 40. So that is almost no dark elixir at all. So if I can get even like 100k from this raid, I would end up profiting actually a lot and not losing any elixir or gold or anything. So I'm going to deploy my Archer Queen right here to take care of one of those gold storages. And since I have loons, I don't really care if my heroes die, just because when I'm in gold 2, usually I don't need my heroes for Loonian raids, just because the bases are usually pretty weak that have loot. Unless I come across a Town Hall 10, but down in gold 2, the Town Hall 10s are a lot rarer. So yeah, just for using minions, that was actually a really solid raid. So right here's another looting raid. I saw it was in the mines for the most part, but I didn't think I could use my minions to get in there, get them all. So I just didn't want to take a chance of losing some of that loot. So I just used my balloons and minions because I was going to get back into some regular troop farming later on. So right now they're just going to the base easy. There's not really any high level defenses, and so it's just really easy to get through. And you may have noticed it's a replay instead of a live raid, and that is because I was actually doing this on my phone instead of my thing I have my recording on. So I actually couldn't record this raid unless I went back to it. And the only reason I didn't do a live raid and just did another one is just because this was my last Loonian raid, and I wanted to show you guys how I used my minions and balloons to take care of a base. So yeah, it's a really easy raid, another 100%, and it actually can get me some nice trophies on top of all that. So I've almost got all the gold and elixir, my balloons, only have to take out one more defense, and then they're going to start helping out my minions. And yeah, so this was a really easy raid. He didn't even have an archer queen to bother my loons, because archer queen can sometimes be a big problem for the Loonian strategy. So it's going to wrap it up for this raid, and that was a really solid raid. So heading back to base, there's not much left to show you. I'm going to do the Push the Champ series in about 2 days. I hope you guys are excited for that. If you want to see episodes similar to this one and more, stay tuned and subscribe. Thank you for watching.